Hello there, everybody, and welcome to another video. We're checking out Mr.Beast shoutouts. Hopefully, he shouts me out one day in the future, but yeah, let's see. Well, hopefully, he shouts me out and it doesn't go wrong, but these are every shoutout that Mr.Beast has done that went wrong.
Mr.Beast is normally known for giving away a lot of money, but also changed the life of a YouTuber named Zealous by giving him a shoutout that resulted in almost 1.9 million subscribers in a single month. However, this was only one of the 9 YouTubers that received a shoutout from Mr.Beast.
If he shouts you out, you gotta go crazy. You gotta do a bunch of stuff, but you might also be limited, so I
As
don't know.
Mr.Beast had a less successful story after getting his own shoutout. Now it all started when Mr.Beast made his own YouTube Rewind back in 2020, which was loved by everyone in the community as it got over 67 million views and a lot of YouTubers praising it. But at the end, something special happened, as Mr.Beast was about to give 3 shoutouts to random small channels out of a fishbowl. And
Random small channels, they got 2.9. I guess that would be small to him. All right, I was expecting like 100K up. Like people will make 100 good content, but they only got like around 100.
one of those channels was Shoutout.
And our final shout out of the rewind, Shoutout with 1,400 subscribers.
Never mind then.
Now before the shoutout he had only
He was right.
1,450 subscribers.
right.
But as soon as the video went live, his subscriber count started skyrocketing. And it resulted in him gaining almost 140,000 subscribers and 644,000 views in a single month. Shoutout couldn't believe that this was actually happening when he got a text from his niece, as he was about to play on his Xbox, but instantly changed his plans after hearing the news by calling up his friends and reacting to the original video live in front of his new audience.
Oh my gosh. Let's go. I mean, let me go back. We have almost 7,000 people watching right now.
He managed to accumulate over 100,000 subscribers in 24 hours. And he started putting out more content to satisfy this new fan base, by posting a video introducing himself, explaining the secret behind his floating sneaker, and even meeting up with the other Mr.Beast shoutout winners to get to know each other better and bring their audiences together. These were great ideas, but didn't bring him the views that he wanted. So, Shoutout decided to cater more to the main interest of his viewers, and that was Mr.Beast. He delivered Mr.Beast.
What content was he making before? Like, I guess Mr.Beast didn't really watch him, but he was shouting out small channels, right? So that I was thinking when he was shouting out small channels, I was more expecting like he watched them and he's like, oh, this is a shout out to this channel because I actually watch him and he makes some interesting content. I didn't think it was gonna be something like this.
Burgers for a day, explained how much money he made from his shoutout.
In the month of January, my YouTube channel, Shoutout, made $898.59.
And even tried his luck with a more Mr.Beast style video where he lets people compete for his silver play button. However, none of this worked, and he stopped uploading for a few months until he made a video explaining that Mr.Beast might have broken his YouTube channel.
No, he didn't break your YouTube channel, nigga. He got you something that you probably didn't earn yourself, right? Because he shouted you out, but you didn't know where you wanted to go with your content. So it's not Mr.Beast's fault. He gave you an opportunity. You just probably didn't capitalize on it as much as you hoped you would. And now you're sad or depressed, or not even depressed. Depressed is a strong word. Sad or disappointed in yourself, and you're trying to shift the blame.
You see, Shoutout was very grateful for the shoutout and the immense amount of support he got, but started losing subscribers every time he posted a video shortly after this, and explained that this combined with his very busy life as an adult resulted in him feeling like a failure in at least one of the areas in his life.
While I'm not going to go into each and every detail here in this video, I just want to publicly say that this year I've really struggled a lot. More than I've struggled in my entire life.
Nonetheless, Shoutout felt motivated from learning about the algorithm and persevering through the adversities, even quitting his job to fully focus on his passion of content creation. But after only 2 videos, he stopped uploading again for over a year, and told everyone in an update video that he focused more on his trading card business and the YouTube channel that he built alongside it. This was very successful for him as it did multiple 6 figures in revenue over the course of 2 years. And he is nowadays working on a new show called Fun Across America, rented his own creator studio together with friends, and started a business called Upload Media that helps companies and creators grow and monetize through content. Then again, someone that did actually succeed massively on YouTube was God for the Winification, but he did it without gaining a single subscriber from his Mr.Beast shoutout. God for the Winification, nowadays known as T-Bats, was was one of the 5 YouTubers that MrBeast thought would be famous in the future. A video that Jimmy uploaded over 9 years ago in May of 2014. And T-Bats was actually on top of his list.
And I just found his channel a couple days ago, and I've pretty much watched like a quarter of all of his videos.
But MrBeast was far from the YouTube titan he is today, so this shoutout didn't really do much for his channel. Now, as Jimmy said before, Caught for the Winification was a Call of Duty commentary channel, and after switching to videos that showcased Reddit stories with a text-to-speech voice, he came to the conclusion that none of this really worked, and abandoned the channel in May of 2019. However, this didn't mean that his journey on YouTube was over, as a few years earlier in 2016, MrBeast gave him the advice to pursue different types of content, and he launched a channel called Viral Matters on which he uploaded videos about trending topics, eventually reaching 100,000 subscribers in 2017. At one point, he changed the name to Reaction Matters and achieved the incredible milestone of 1 million subscribers, accumulating over 260 million views in 6 years. He is still doing YouTube full-time nowadays and continues his grind of trying to start as many successful channels as he can. But from one Call of Duty YouTuber, we go to the next. As
We're reinventing our network so you can deliver even more to your customers.
Mystical Prime also found success without Jimmy's help. Mystical Prime was one of the other 4 spots in the list of 5 YouTubers that MrBeast thought were going to be famous. And the reason that Jimmy gave was that he had a very good voice compared to other Call of Duty commentary channels, and that he could relate to what he talked about. Now, despite Mystical not gaining any subscribers directly from a shoutout, he did grow over time, quickly going from 2,000 subscribers to 7,000 subscribers in 4 months by adding more real-life content to his upload schedule, and as a result reaching 10,000 subscribers in March of 2015. The young YouTuber continued making videos for over a year, but then suddenly decided to disappear, only returning with an update video in May of 2018. Mystical had grown up a lot by then, and he explained that he now worked at a bank as a financial advisor and that he launched a new channel, which was named after his real name, Terran Rule. This channel started off very well with product reviews, day in the life videos and university tours, also starting a challenge where he would vlog every day of his life for a year. And after completing this, hitting 10,000 subscribers once again, and finding success with his tech reviews, he is nowadays uploading and making content on various platforms, seeing great views on both YouTube.
Bro said MrBeast shoutouts that went wrong. These are going right so far. Where's the ones that went wrong?
YouTube and TikTok.
I guess later
However,
on.
Terran wasn't the only one that found success outside of YouTube, as Soyen Osman was already a talented guitarist for the German band Tighter Leads, but also found himself suddenly becoming a YouTube star overnight. Soyen was a German musician that started uploading about music and its industry in September of 2020, failing to find any success with his videos, until he became one of the 3 shoutout winners from MrBeast's YouTube Rewind, and also gained more than 169,000 subscribers and almost 1 million views in a single month. From this point onwards, Soyen was going to upload 2 times a week to make the best of this opportunity, and continued creating the content that he already made before. But just like Nalter Deeds, the hype quickly faded, and more people started unsubscribing while he instantly lost a significant amount of viewership. He decided to
This is how I see it, right? Like, if MrBeast shouted me out, right, I would see, let's say I see a gain of, hold on, my bad, had a cough. I see a gain of like 100,000, or would it be 100,000? I'll say, let's say I'll say like 300K. I'll say a gain of 300K. And then after that gain of 300K that came here just because MrBeast said it or just shouted me out, I'm expecting at least 200K of those guys to disappear in the following months. So 100K who would have found my channel slowly over 2-3 years found my channel earlier and fuck with me earlier than the 300K that came here, or the 200 extra K that came here just to see what was up and just to subscribe, right? So it's an advantage and a disadvantage, because you'll see the numbers going down and you'll be panicked, but then it'll also be like, okay, then, so these are the people who would have been here or who would have found my channel a lot later, but they found it early. So I can't really complain. That's how I see it, right? Like, the people who would have found my channel later and would have liked it would stay and still watch my content. But then the people who just subscribe would leave.
take a 1-month break
Because I
from
know there's
YouTube
people
in
who do
June of
that. I don't even do that, but that's
2021
why.
as a result, giving an update in July that he is focusing a lot of his time on the band that he is in, and that he was lost on what to do with the channel. This uncertainty resulted in only 3 more videos getting posted, until he eventually disappeared from the platform in January of 2022. Nowadays he is still posting content on the YouTube channel and Instagram page of his band, and continues to release music and perform with them every so often. Yes, Soyeon showed us that sharing and executing your passion with other like-minded people is great fun. And our next shoutout winners Fredo and Eddie the Chump know all about this as well. These 2 men were both in the Mr.Beast shoutout video from 2014 and also were involved in the Call of Duty commentary scene, not knowing that their future would turn out completely different. Jimmy liked Fredo for being a part of the LagCom podcast as he listened to it a lot, also appreciating his parodies and daily uploads, while Eddie the Chump got loved by Mr.Beast for doing funny rants and his editing style. However, despite both Fredo and Eddie continuing to upload their regular content, they suddenly had an idea when the Overwatch beta got released in May of 2016, as they would start a channel together with the Legal Weagle, and named it Your Overwatch.
Hey everybody, this is Your Overwatch, your one-stop shop for everything Overwatch. We're just kicking off this channel, me and a couple of friends.
Now the growth of the channel started quite slow, but when they began publishing guides and tips and tricks videos, the first viral pieces of content became a fact. It was inconsistent at first, but a real fanbase began to form, and people started coming back to more and more videos, until they eventually started averaging hundreds of thousands of views each upload. The friends continued putting out content for years, amassing over 800,000 subscribers. But with a decline in the relevancy of Overwatch, also came an overall drop in viewership for the channel, with Your Overwatch losing thousands of subscribers throughout 2021. At one point, one of the hosts, Fredo, got extremely annoyed and emotional about the state of the game, even making an apology video for letting it affect the quality of his journalism. However, they managed to turn it around since September of last year, after an incredible month of growth in October revived their declining channel into a healthy and stable source of income again. The boys are still uploading consistently to this day, and are close to making Jimmy's prediction of them having 1 million subscribers come true.
I'm gonna be doing 5 YouTubers that I think will be famous one day. Now by famous I mean they'll have 100,000 to 1 million subscribers.
Yet, we are still missing one of the 3 shoutout winners from 2020, which is of course the Amelia and Bridie channel. These 2 Australian sisters started uploading on their YouTube page in November of 2019, making various vlogs and lifestyle videos, not seeing anything more than a couple thousand views per video. But when they became one of the shoutout winners in Mr.Beast's YouTube Rewind, they gained 185,000 subscribers in a single month, which was the most out of all the small channels that got shouted out. Now just like Soyeon, they continued uploading their
So you see how they got like 185? I'm expecting at least 100k of those to be gone, and then 85k would stay, or like 60k would stay based on the content I drop or my personality, or they fuck with me, right? I'm not expecting everybody to stay, because not everybody stays. Like, you'll get some that come and then you get some that leave, so.
Usual content. And as a result, the loss in subscribers instantly ensued, eventually making them quit YouTube in December.
See, why would you quit them? Like, quitting would be dumb, because not everybody is going to stay. Not everybody is going to, like, it's a shout out, yeah, but not everybody's going to fuck with you, or like your personality in none of those, or in any of those videos. So I don't know why this would make you quit when you're still averaging 100k views, right? Like, I see it as, okay, I lost some, and those that I lost were never going to subscribe anyways, but they subscribed because Mr.Beast said check out this channel. But the people who stayed is fire, because they got 186k or 85k or whatever, and only lost like 3k, right? And then after that, it stayed the same. So they lost 3k, went down a little, and then they were good. So out of the 185 or 186, you still have 182 or 183, right? That's what it, look.
Subscribers in a single month, which was the most out of all the small channels that got shouted out. Now just like Soyeon, they continued uploading their usual content. And as a result,
yeah, they only lost 3k. And then after that, they've stayed the same, right? So they haven't lost and they haven't done anything. Wait, is that 0? So they got 0? I mean, I don't get this chart really. So I'm guessing in all the rest of the months they got 0, right? Like, they got nothing, I'm guessing. But they got 185K, and then they lost 3K. So right here, they were at 182, at least. That's what I think, 182,000 subscribers, maybe. I'm pretty sure that's it, because I don't think it's 0, but it's not going to start at 180. You get what I'm trying to say? Or they would have lost everybody. But yeah, or it would have been like 180K subscribers lost. But I'm so lost at this graph, bro. This graph is, I don't know. But it looks like they've only lost 3K, so you still got 182. Like, work off of that and keep building off of that. I don't know why you're getting sad. Look.
December of 2021. They gave the same reason as Notter Deeds for getting demotivated.
It was like tough, like you post a video and you're so excited for like the work that you have done to put this video together. You're so excited. Yeah. And then suddenly like hundreds of people start unsubscribing.
I know that shit's gonna throw you off at first, but it's like, hey, not everybody came here for me. They came, or actually, not that they all didn't come here for me, but they didn't all come here because of me. Yeah, they didn't all come here because of me, but they came because of a shout out I got. So if they don't stay, that means some of the people just came and see what was up, and then they left.
And you're like, oh.
And while he decided to try and power through, they didn't. And it allowed them to focus more on spending time with their loved ones and building a happy family. Now, the sisters did continue uploading content separately on their personal channels, but also slowly disappeared from this as well. And Emilia is now a mother of 2 children, with 1 more on the way, while Bridie is currently traveling the world with her husband. And finally, we have the most famous but also most dramatic shoutout winner of this video, as Nico did not only find his YouTube channel getting terminated, but also became hated by the entire internet. Sneeko was the last Call of Duty commentator that Mr.Beast thought would become famous in the future. Really? And he was actually a huge fan.
At number 2, I have Sneeko, and if you've ever seen Sneeko's videos, you realize that they're kind of addicting. Once you start watching them, it's kind of hard to stop.
But Sneeko wouldn't stick to Call of Duty forever, as he would eventually make more controversial and political videos that would go viral. And thanks to the admiration that Mr.Beast had for Sneeko and their friendship, Jimmy offered him an internship when the channel became very popular in 2018. However, after Sneeko didn't want to be a member of Jimmy's crew but become Mr.Beast himself, he got fired and made an exposing video on him that eventually got deleted in minutes. But Jimmy still saw this, and Sneeko went his own way after breaking this friendship. He continued his journey on YouTube and struck gold when he started with street interviews and his 1-minute podcast series. But at the beginning of 2022, he switched to more live streaming content and started becoming a massive fan of Andrew Tate. His name and controversial clips and videos went unbelievably viral on TikTok and his second channel Sneeko, and it resulted in him becoming more and more extreme with the statements he was making, eventually getting banned on YouTube and receiving a ton of criticism. In fact, his reputation got damaged even more after beefing with Moist Critical this year, bringing the man's girlfriend into their feud when Charlie criticized one of his friends. And this caused Moist Critical to fire back at Sneeko himself, giving us one of the most viral and entertaining events of 2023 as a result. Nowadays, Sneeko continues promoting his creativity kit, gives his controversial opinion on Twitter, and streams and uploads content on Rumble frequently, still being one of the most hated creators on the internet while defending the Red Pill movement. I hope you enjoyed the video, leave a like if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already. It's much appreciated.
Good video. But most of these didn't go wrong. I feel like 1 or 2 went wrong, but most of them didn't really go wrong. So like, subscribe, see you guys later. Let me know which ones you guys think went wrong, and bye.